Thailand just lost 1 million tourists in 5 months, and it all started with just one event. A celebrity kidnapping that accidentally exposed the dark underbellies of paradise. After living in Southeast Asia for 3 years, what I'm about to share with you will change the way you see this part of the world forever. Remember this Thailand? The one from travel brochures and our backpacking memories? The one that was the undefeated, undisputed heavyweight champion of Southeast Asian tourism. For the last 3 years, I've been traveling around Southeast Asia, and I've spent most of my time in Thailand. I thought I knew Thailand inside and out. I thought it was invincible. But I was wrong. This isn't just a slow season. It's a 5-alarm fire. A $50 billion industry is in a nosedive, and the news stories just aren't adding up. So I came back to Thailand to uncover the truth, and in this video we're going past the headlines. We're going to expose the perfect storm that created this crisis. From currency war to frozen bank accounts, from political instability to land wars, and the one terrifying story they don't want you to hear. And by the end, you'll know the answer to that one important question. Is this the worst time to come to Thailand, or the absolute best? So what's really going on? It feels like Thailand is fighting a war with itself, and travellers are the collateral damage. Think of Thailand's tourism industry as a high-performance engine. For years it's ran perfectly, but now it's like someone is systematically pouring sand into the gas tank. First, we have the sand of a strong currency. The Thai baht has been hitting the gym, and it's jacked, so jacked that it's choking the value out of every pound, dollar and euro you bring in. Your dream trip in Thailand just got 20% more expensive without you even doing anything. But it gets even crazier. Remember the green rush? Thailand's relationship with weed is now even more confusing than a Christopher Nolan movie. 1 minute, it's welcome stoners of the world. The next, it's did you just look at that leaf? That's 5 years in prison. And the legal whiplash has plunged thousands of businesses and tourists into a state of utter chaos. And then there's the fear I'm hearing from my expat network. People who have lived in Thailand for years, waking up and finding their Thai bank accounts have been frozen. No warning, no explanation. Imagine that. You're thousands of miles from home and your financial lifeline is cut. It's sending a shockwave of instability through the long stay community. And just when you thought it couldn't get more unstable, the captain of the ship gets thrown overboard. The Prime Minister, the person steering the country, was just forced out of their position due to a leaked phone call. Imagine you're on a plane and halfway through your flight, they announce that the pilot has been let go because they broke the law. That's the feeling on the ground here. It's the level of political instability that makes investors nervous and tourists think twice. Who's in charge? And if the internal chaos wasn't enough, old ghosts are reappearing on the border. An old, bitter land dispute with Cambodia over ancient temples and territory is flaring up on the border. We're talking military build-ups and saber rattling. It's a neighbourhood squabble that could turn into a big block fight at any moment. So you have a currency crisis, legal confusion, political instability, and now the threat of international conflict. Each of these is a serious problem, but they aren't the real reason for the collapse. They are just the smoke. The fire started with something much, much darker, and this next part will shock you. To understand the real story, the one that lit the fuse on the powder keg, you have to go back to January 3rd, 2025. A Chinese actor, Wan Xing, was lured to Thailand for what he thought was a film audition. Instead, he was kidnapped and trafficked across the border to a scam centre in Myanmar. He was rescued by Thai police 4 days later, but it was already too late. The story went viral in China. This wasn't just a news story, it was a wildfire of fear. Your aunt in Shanghai wasn't just hearing rumours, she was seeing millions of TikToks confirming her worst fears with a celebrity endorsement. Overnight, the narrative became, don't go to Thailand, you'll get sold for parts. The result? 10,000 trips vanished from Lunar New Year alone. Thailand tour operators in China went into hibernation. And Malaysia, yes Malaysia, overtook China as the #1 source of tourists in Thailand. The Thai government went into damage control. but it was like trying to use a bucket to fight a tsunami.
I just want to say thank all of us. Firstly, is the government and also the families to help me to be here, and I can have the chance to go back to my country. It's very appreciated. Yeah, and also Thailand is very safe, and I'm gonna go back again. Yeah.
They were trying to patch a bullet hole with a band-aid without even admitting the wound even existed. This one kidnapping didn't just scare away tourists. It exposed a multi-billion-dollar illicit industry operating just in the shadows of paradise over the border in the country of Myanmar. So what happens when the biggest cog in a $50 billion machine grinds to a halt? You get ghost towns, desperation. One hotel owner in Phuket has seen occupancy rates drop from 90% to below 40%, with some fearing they'll lose family businesses that took generations to build. The data tells a compelling story of a rapid decline. Overall tourism is down 2.7% in the first 5 months of the year. Chinese tourists are down 32.71%, which is normally the largest source of tourists in Thailand. Daily Chinese arrivals have dropped from 21,000 to below 10,000. And the government's yearly forecast for 2025 tourism has dropped from 40 million to 35.5 million. But here's the twist. Here's something no one is talking about. Even though tourist numbers have plummeted, the actual revenue is up 1.05%. How is this possible? What is this? Economic sorcery? It's the great tourist filter. The crowds, scared off by the headlines and priced out due to a strong baht, have stayed away. But the luxury travellers, the I'll pay anything for an empty beach and an infinity pool crowd, they've seen the opportunity and booked flights. Thailand has accidentally become an exclusive luxury destination. It's like a beach bar that suddenly started charging $20 a cocktail, and for some reason, it's now packed with millionaires. And other countries, they've been circling like vultures. Vietnam, Malaysia, and the Philippines have been rolling out the red carpet for Chinese tourists. Vietnam is basically standing at the airport in Bangkok with a sign that says, "Our pho is cheaper and we promise not to kidnap you." So after all this, the paradox, the fear, the chaos, we come back to the most important question. What should you do? And the answer depends on the type of traveler you are. If you're someone who has travel insurance for your travel insurance, then 2025 might not be your year for Thailand. The situation is volatile, and a country like Vietnam might just give you more peace of mind. No shame in that. But if you're an adventure capitalist, if your heart beats faster with the thought of an amazing deal, if you hear the word crisis and think opportunity, then listen up. This might be the single greatest travel opportunity of the next decade. These empty beaches and rock-bottom hotel prices won't last. Once the masses realize it's safe and the deals are amazing, it'll be over. So you have a small window of opportunity. If you are coming, here's the game plan. Fly into major hubs like Bangkok or Phuket and avoid all northern land borders for now. Be smart with your money, use a Wise card, bring cash, don't just rely on one source. And embrace the weirdness. You aren't just a tourist, you're a witness to history. A strange, fascinating, and pivotal moment in this amazing country's story. Right now, Thailand's tourism industry is like a stock that has just crashed. The public is panicking, but the fundamentals, the beauty, the culture, the food, and the people are still world class. The only question is, are you brave enough to buy the dip? And let me know in the comments, and be honest, based on what you've just seen, are you booking flights or running for the hills? So I do have a detailed video where I break down how to get the best deals on accommodation in Thailand. It should pop up on the screen right here so you can click to go watch it. Otherwise, have an awesome day.